Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to this Tuesday morning edition. Wherever you are, it is all about Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. What is happening? Well. The week seems to be running so fast. We are already in Tuesday, and remember, our next game at the weekend against Brighton coming up. And look, we are not in the Champions League. We are not in the Europa League. We are playing Conference League. But then, because we've already qualified for the next stage, the next round, our games in the Conference League will kickstart again in March. So, whilst most of the top 6 teams are in Europe, Chelsea are doing nothing. Oh yes, Chelsea are doing nothing. Those that are playing the Champions League and Europa League, they have games to play today and tomorrow. But we are doing nothing as it is right now, preparing for our next game at the weekend. Are we going to have another excuse in our next game? It's very interesting to note that we have one of the easiest schedules right now on the league table. Our next 5 games, if you check it compared to some other teams, we've played some of our toughest games around Christmas. Are we ready? But you see, quickly, before I move on, Joao Felix that we allowed to go to AC Milan. Yes, he's doing quite well. 2 games within a week for AC Milan. And during an interview, he made a statement. He made a statement that many are talking about, actually. And each time he moved to a club, once he's gotten the opportunity, or once he has the opportunity to speak to the media, almost similar statements he always make. Joao Felix on Milan's attacking quartet, speaking about the attacking system that they played in AC Milan, that he's part of. 4 attackers. 4. In Chelsea, our head coach decided to go with 3 plus the striker. But in AC Milan, they play quartet. That's 4 up front before the main striker. And he was asked, he said, the 4 of us together on the field, yes, it's sustainable. Playing with 4 attackers doesn't mean we can't defend. We do our part in defense too, as we did against Empoli. This, many have said, it's a very big blow, very big jab on the chin of Enzo Maresca. Many have said it's a very big jab on the chin of Enzo Maresca. Because Maresca kept saying why he cannot play Joao Felix with Cole Palmer. Why he cannot play Joao Felix, Jadon Sancho, Cole Palmer, and maybe Noni Madueke or Pedro together, 4 attackers. Now the player is saying that the 4 of us together on the field, yes, it's sustainable. Playing with 4 attackers doesn't mean we can't defend. Maresca always says, oh, for balance, for defensive purposes. Now the player in question is saying, playing there, all of them, does not mean they cannot defend. He said, we do our part in defense too, as we did against Empoli. It is a very big job. He did not just end it here. He said a few other things that many are talking about. For instance, he spoke about whether he would wish to stay in AC Milan. And similar statement he made when he arrived in Chelsea, that he wants to make Chelsea his home. Now he's in AC Milan for a dry loan. He wants to make it his own. You see, the fact is that a player like Joao Felix, truly speaking, he is being frustrated. He wants a place where he can call a home. Many are misunderstanding him. Many misunderstood what he said. The player wants a place where he can actually... He went to Barcelona, he made a similar statement. Back to Atletico before coming back to Chelsea. He wants to be able to get a place he can call a home, where he can play regular football. He's not, from the interview when I listened to him, he's not even asking to play regularly. but he only asked to be played at his rightful position. Then we talk about the team not balanced, the squad is imbalanced. Look, I have a very big problem with Enzo Maresca. Very big problem. For Joao Felix to make this statement, he said, I have joined Milan on loan, but if there is a chance to stay beyond this season, I'll be happy. This is a top European club. I am already in love with everything here. Kaka was my idol. Inter were also keen, but for me, it was impossible to go to Inter as I wanted Milan. He wants a place he can relax and call a home and play his football. So I don't begrudge him for this statement that he made. No. For those of you that are angry or are not happy about the statement he made, put yourself in his shoes. Now, talking about balance in our squad, talking about balance, you see the biggest mistake that our sporting directors, including our coach, because I believe that before a player is allowed to go, definitely the coach will be informed. And the coach will have an input. Oh, I would like to make use of him. He's very important for the development of this squad. If you will sell him, the team will not be balanced. The coach definitely will have a say. They might not always accept it. For instance, I have no doubt in my mind that if Conor Gallarghar hadn't been sold, he would have been starting right now under Enzo Maresca. He would have been a starter. The team is clearly lacking some physicality in midfield area. And the club let go the one player in the squad who brought those qualities. I have no doubt in my mind that Conor Gallarghar would have been in the starting level right now. More especially as Romeo Lavia situation right now is something we cannot write home about. Listen, Romeo Lavia in the Premier League this season, I have his statistics here. For you to know why for me, if Gallarghar was to be available, he would have been in the starting lineup right now. Look at Romeo Lavia's performance on your screen right now. In this squad, when he was fit, the few games that he played, 92% pass accuracy, 70% long balls accuracy, 35.8 touches per game, 1.7 tackles per game, 2.8 ball recovery or recovered per game, 58% successful dribbles, 53% ground duels won, and 78% area duels won. The few times that he was involved in games, this is his statistics. So for you to know what Chelsea currently is lacking, you see, he gives something different from what Moise Caicedo gives on the field. Yeah. What Romeo Lavia gives, Enzo Fernandez cannot give that. Enzo have more of 8. You know, typical 8 is Enzo Fernandez. Typical 8 is Enzo Fernandez. Now, if you watch Caicedo's play, Caicedo is not a typical 6. Caicedo like to drive the ball forward more. And by so doing, by the time he comes back to recover, sometimes it's too late. It's just like what Jackson is doing. Jackson comes to the midfield to head the midfield. So by the time he gets to the attacking area to score, to shoot, he gets exhausted. These are the imbalances in the game. So the missing piece who will be able to do this job, it's either Romeo Lavia or Conor Gallarghar that fit into that role with the energy and the physicality that is needed in this Chelsea setup. But we allow Conor Gallarghar to go. Did we make a mistake by letting Conor Gallarghar go? Yes, I will say so. We did. Terrible mistake. And that is what Chelsea is paying for right now. We let go Gallarghar and we brought in Joao Felix. So you can just imagine, are we okay? Are we reasoning well? We know we have a lot of attacking options, and we know that our coach preferred to go with all this triangle style of football. Triangle style of football, we know. Well, it is your breakfast. Preparing for our next game against Brighton at the weekend. How do Chelsea fix this situation? How are we going to be fixing these situations right now? Does it mean that until Romeo Lavia is back, our squad, our team cannot deliver? Then there is something wrong. If that is the case, then we are in a very big problem, dear friends. Because a squad that is built around just one player is not a team. But unfortunately, that is what we seems to be like. Enzo Maresca's system of play, Enzo Maresca needs certain kinds of players in every position. There is a style, there is a kind of players that he needs for every position. Now, Malo Gusto, last season he was one of our best players. This season he's been exhausted because this inverting style of football was not something that he's comfortable with. But we are deploring him there. Mike Cucurella, similar situation. Right now, he used to be one of our best at the beginning of this season. But the past few days, where is he? The past few weeks, where is Mike Cucurella? The entire squad seems disjointed. Entire Chelsea squad right now seems disjointed. I saw a statistics about Jadon Sancho somewhere. And it was as if in the last 7-8 games that Chelsea played, only once he gave an assist. Only once Jadon Sancho gave an assist. Why? The system is frustrating every player that we have. Dear friends, it is your breakfast. And I want to make it light for you as always. Today's own is not heavy. I'll be back with more exclusives in the coming hours. Shalom and peace.